You guys, my favorite human is here, my favorite dermatologist, Dr. Hale Bakshanda, certified dermatologist. We call her Dr. B around here, anybody in LA. She is going to answer all your questions. We both did prompts in our socials. You guys asked a ton of questions about hyperpigmentation, melasma, that's what we're gonna focus on. She's gonna answer all your questions. You guys ready? We have her here, All right, let's do it. So tell them kind of exactly what melasma, what it is.
Okay, so melasma is the hyperpigmentation that mostly women, it can happen to men too, but mostly women will see on the cheeks, the upper lip, sometimes the forehead, and it's caused by a few different things. So,
Pregnancy hormones.
Yes, hormones is a huge part of that triangle. And there's also heat and sun exposure. So there's those three factors that really play an important role in melasma and how we choose to treat and prevent melasma. So it's really important to remember those three factors.
So when I was pregnant and it was at an all-time high and I would work out, I literally would have what's called a pregnancy mask.
Yeah.
And it's literally what she said, it's like your cheekbones here, and then like you have like a black dark brown mustache. So I think her number one rule, and she'll tell you, is sunscreen. A lot of it is hormonal, and she's going to show her products and my products of what she likes and what I continue to use. Tell people, if someone were to say like they're starting to experience, they went to their dermatologist, they had a few at-home products, like what's the number one couple of things you think that they should do?
Okay, so first and foremost, and you already touched upon this, is sun protection. Sun is a huge factor when it comes to melasma. So if you can protect yourself from sun exposure, and that's using a good SPF, and we're going to talk a little bit about.
Okay, so what SPF in terms of that?
So I am a huge fan of mineral sunblock, and mineral sunblock.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yes.
Is that why the Elta, that's what you like
There's
Elta?
a few brands out there that are mineral. So our star ingredients in mineral sunblock is titanium and zinc.
Okay.
So kind of like the old school sunblocks that kind of made the surfers real white. Well, now the more modern formulations are micronized. And that means that we've got small, tiny little particles. So they don't white you out like that.
I hate the white.
Yeah, they don't white you out like that, but they're still protecting you from the sunlight as well as the UV rays.
Okay, give us something else.
So the star ingredient in treating melasma is definitely hydroquinone. That's gonna be your star ingredient. It's a little controversial, but it is one of the best ways to lighten hyperpigmentation.
Hydroquinone is basically like a little bit of, it's a skin lightener. It basically gets rid of the brown, patchy.
That's right. That's right.
Basically what it is.
So there are some other things, just like Molly said, there are other ingredients that are a little bit more on the holistic and natural side, like azelaic acid, vitamin C, kojic acid, resorcinol. Those don't have the power that hydroquinone has. So one thing that you can do is kind of do what's called a rotational method,
and that's
where
what I do.
You use the hydroquinone, get to where you want to go, and then start using some of those other ingredients to kind of maintain your clearance. Because melasma is one of those things that likes to come back.
IPL, is that a laser?
It's a high energy intense pulse light, yes. Yes. So again, it's something
I
that's
some IPL.
It's definitely one of those things that it will be marketed for hyperpigmentation and for laser. But you have to understand that that heat energy stimulates your melanocytes, and you will see some stubborn melasma.
So if you are going to go down the laser, you have got to be so diligent with your sunscreen and your sun exposure. I mean, that is one thing that I have had some experiences with not listening to her, and it comes back. Like it definitely comes back. Okay. Talk about foods. What are some foods that you feel like, are there anything specific that you can give advice to women that, is it anything to do with food?
Has nothing to do with food.
It has nothing.
Melasma has nothing to do with food. It really is, you can think about it like a triangle. Heat, sun exposure, hormones. Those are the three factors that play a role in melasma. So knock yourself out. Don't be taking anything out of your diet for the melasma. it's just not connected.
Melasma can really be at its all-time high when you're pregnant. So I wanted her to talk a little bit about that. A lot of times you can't really treat it until you actually have the baby, you're done with breastfeeding. You can using some more of the natural vegan products, but talk to them a little bit about that.
Let's talk about the mainstay treatment for melasma. I think one really important thing to understand is that hydroquinone, like we said, is the star ingredient. Hydroquinone on its own is not as effective as when hydroquinone is blended with a retin-A or retinoic acid. Now, both of those ingredients aren't safe for pregnancy.
Right.
So those aren't gonna be something that you're gonna be able to use while you're pregnant. But azelaic acid is a good one.
So I used the azelaic acid when I was pregnant with her.
Yes.
Do you have a product that has azelaic in it?
Yes, there
Okay,
is
the Glytone.
The Glytone and
So I still use this. This is one product that has azelaic acid in it.
Correct.
And that is safe. And
Correct.
it is a
So
lightening.
It's a lightening. So there are a couple of those. You kind of referred to the more holistic and natural ways. So those are the ones that I would say would be good to use during pregnancy. And then, of course, once that whole chapter is over with, we could kind of bump it up and do something with a little hydroquinone and retinol.
So look
in it.
for azelaic acid. What
Azelaic
else?
acid, kojic acid, glycolic acid. One thing to really keep in mind when you're pregnant is to protect yourself from the sun like a religion, so that you're really not getting yourself in that hole in the first place.
Right. Because once you get deep, it's kind of hard to dig back out. What are some of the best products that you feel that really reduce melasma?
So my favorite product is a formula that is hydroquinone, retinoic acid, and a little bit of hydrocortisone. It's a triple blend. It's typically compounded, and it's got to be prescribed by your doctor.
Okay, so I know you guys all don't live in Los Angeles, but I made her bring this. Again, it's up to you, ask your doctor, but this is something that I use on a daily basis. So she has her own blend. You can get it from her. You can go on her site. You can call her office, Holly Bakshanda, office of Holly Bakshanda, and you can get a prescription and she will send it to you. And again, you can read, I mean, you know what it is.
So we've got the retinoic or tretinoin, the hydroquinone at whatever strength. So FDA approval for over-the-counter products, hydroquinone is only 2%.
Right.
So once you go higher than 2%, it's got to be prescription. So we can go all the way up to 8, 10, 12%. This one happens to be an 8%. It also has a little hydroquinone, hydrocortisone in it, and some kojic acid in it. So all of these ingredients blended together really synergize and help that lightening process versus just one of the ingredients alone.
So I like to be really honest and say, especially for all my fans, who are like, what do you use? And like, what do you really use? This is what I've used off and on for years. This is when I'm like, this is when my melasma is like at an all-time, like, it's just awful. I can't stand it, and it does work. So I really want it. I don't use it all the time. She knows that. We go on, we go off, and she helps me with that protocol, which I'm going to give you very specific products that I use just for maintenance. But I will say her prescription is amazing.
So you don't want to use any of these products for too long. So it's usually going to be about a 2 to 3 month period, and you will get to your endpoint by then anyway, so you're not going to want to go beyond that. And then you're going to want to maintain, and that's when we have the other products like vitamin C and azelaic acid. And vitamin C, we didn't really talk about that, but vitamin C is a really good way to protect.
So I know we've talked about this on my channel and on my socials, but the CE Ferulic and this Pro Heal serum from IS Clinical is really great. And these are two great products that actually she introduced me to. And she yells at me because we try to like try all these products for you guys so you can see what works and what doesn't. And then she gets mad at me, so I have to sometimes just stick to, these are like my heroes, but these are great in my maintenance for melasma.
Do you remember when to put your vitamin C on?
I put it
morning or night?
I put it on at night. No, morning. Do I put it on morning or night? I use it all the time.
Vitamin C should always be placed in the morning because you are actually preventing and protecting yourself.
Can I be really honest with you? I put it on at night.
From the oxidative damage. Yeah, no. Well, this one's got retinol in it, so you're okay with
that
one at night.
This one in the morning. Okay,
she's doing it right. She's doing it right.
I do
Don't
these
panic.
two at night. I do. Okay, so this
anything with a retinol in it or retinoic acid in it is for nighttime. Vitamin C on its own, you want to put on during the day because you are going to prevent all that pollutive damage, damage from pollution and oxidative stress. That ones you want to put on in the morning.
Yeah, and SkinCeuticals makes a great line for that. Barbara Strum makes a great, she has pollution drops, and that's really what it is, right? It's protecting you from all the outside.
All the oxidative damage that you get from free radicals in the atmosphere.
Okay, so big daddies, people come in and they ask you a lot for microneedling.
Especially with PRP, which has been deemed
So
the
explain what
vampire
PRP
facial.
is.
So PRP is platelet-rich plasma, which means we draw your blood, we spin it down for the platelets, which are rich in growth factors. And it doesn't look like blood at that point. Once you spin it down, it's kind of like a honey color. And it's been deemed the vampire facial because you're using your own blood to kind of stimulate and feed on.
And it works. I'm not gonna lie, you might have a day or two of like redness, but you are glowing. I would definitely go to someone certified, but it absolutely works. And it works for so many different things.
Yes,
like,
so
not just hyperpigmentation.
When combined with microneedling, what you're doing is you're using micro injury. So you're on purpose injuring the skin in these little micro channels, and that stimulates your collagen and all the growth factors and everything that you want in wound healing. And then by putting the PRP, you're even giving it an extra boost. So it's a really good way to help target melasma, and it also is a great way to tighten and for anti-aging.
I just turned 26.
It's one of my favorites.
So it's a little rough these days.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. Okay, so we did a little thing here. I said, you bring your products, I'll bring my products on what I do for maintenance and one little Mac Daddy. So this is our Mac Daddy. This is what we just talked about. This is the
triple blend. Hydroquinone, retinoic acid, and a few other ingredients that really help to lighten.
And so this is this. I'm going to start with my products first.
Okay, we have some overlap.
We have some overlap.
Yeah.
So for maintenance, this is maintenance only. I do this only at night. Lotion P50 1970 Biologique Recherche. I don't know why. Smells terrible. It smells like vinegar. Put it on a little pad. Put it over my face. I blot. I do not rub. Per her. For whatever reason, it works. She can't explain it. Well, she probably could.
Well, it's a lactic acid, so you're getting a little exfoliation with that one.
And it smells horrid. But yeah, for some reason it works as a toner. I love it. So again, I got this through her through my pregnancies. Glytone. This is a enhanced brightening complex. I use it 3 to 4 times a week. But I do not use it when I'm using the Mac Daddy.
Right, so that's
you're
your
on or you're
rotation.
off. Yeah. Right. And this is azelaic acid and glycolic acid. And these are my Mac Daddy. So this is my vitamin C. I do it in the morning.
Good.
I do a little bit at night. This is my Pro Heal.
That's vitamin C and retinol.
Vitamin
So
C
you're getting
and
a little
retinol.
in there.
And then I love this. This is a lightening. It's called a white lightening serum, and it's a skin brightening. And I like it. I don't know why. I like it. I do. I love it. I don't know why, but
Okay,
I do.
good.
So those are kind of
Everyone's
like
gonna have their favorites.
my maintenance for hyperpigmentation and melasma. Okay, you go.
Okay, so my favorite overlap with you is the C. ferulic. It's a great way to protect your skin from oxidative stress and damage. So that would be put on first, and then your sunscreen on top, mineral sunblock, which I did not bring, but there are lots of them out there.
We're gonna give you a list too. I love the Kula, the blue bottle,
a few.
which
You
I
want to
love.
look for titanium dioxide, zinc oxide, and then the rest is really up to the way you like, the way it feels, the way it goes on under makeup.
Yeah, but I do use when I'm like in Cabo or I'm really out in the sun. I do like the Elta MD.
Yeah, Elta MD is a mineral sunblock.
Oh, it is a mineral.
Yeah.
Okay, well, never mind.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Okay, and then this one is Sente Biocomplete Serum.
She has my husband on this, and for the guys out there, it's a great product.
It's got retinol in it, so use it at night. It's a really good way to help maintain the brightness and the lightness with sun damage. And then this is called Sun Vanish. It's by Glytone.
I don't know that.
It's hydroquinone with sunscreen. So I like this because you're putting it on. You're putting it on during the day, and you're protecting yourself from getting darker and getting more spots while lightening the spots you already have.
But wait a second.
It's like a 2-in-1 step.
But you can wear this out in the sun?
Yes.
Just came into my pile.
I guess it's moving over.
Moving over. Okay, we love you.
Thank
You're
you.
awesome. Dr. B, she's based in Beverly Hills. You guys should follow her. She's so great. She does these amazing befores and afters. You guys got to see this thing what she does with like this toothpick thing for acne. It's really good.
The toothpick peel for scars.
And we're gonna be talking about acne on our next video. But again, if you guys have any suggestions or comments, please, we love hearing them. We love hearing the feedback. If you have any products that we must try, that we have to try. I mean, listen, I'm all for trying a new product. I'm a beauty crack addict. All right, we love you guys. Bye-bye.